So back in the year 2002, I almost bought one of these apartments that you're seeing right now. This is in Newcastle, Ontario, Canada, and this specific development is called the Port of Newcastle. So as you saw in the very first part of the video, that's the boat marina down here. This is Lake Ontario, and remember seeing this place advertised. I don't remember if it was in the newspaper or heard it on the radio or what, but saw it advertised, had to come check it out because it's been a lifetime dream for me to live on the water, like to live on one of the Great Lakes or something. I just love being by the water. I find it so relaxing, so tranquil. Anyways, I came down here, checked into it, came down here on the Saturday. The one bedroom apartments started at $99,900. Keep in mind this was back in 2002. So I gave it some thought, came back down here on Sunday with my checkbook and wrote a check for $500 to make a deposit. I was still living at home with my parents at the time. They were gone away for the weekend. And when they got back, I waited till we were sitting down watching Sunday night TV. And then when I thought they were into their show, I just kind of casually said, "Oh yeah, by the way, I put a $500 deposit on a condo." And they were like, "You what?" And I guess at that time I wasn't really as familiar with the real estate process and home ownership process as I could have been. Like this was my very first time. Like I had been looking at homes for a little while and thinking about moving out and all that, but this was my very first time actually making a definite move, like putting a deposit on a home. And when I did put down, it was just a $500 deposit to hold it. And part of one of the conditions of putting down that deposit was that there was a 10-day cooling off period. So if I changed my mind within those first 10 days, I could go and get back my $500 deposit. No strings attached, no questions asked. So I got talking to my parents a bit and I checked into things like getting a mortgage and did a little bit more homework on it. And I just kind of thought to myself, well, maybe I'm not quite as ready for home ownership as I thought I was. By the time you consider all the things like not just the mortgage, but the maintenance fees, property taxes, utilities, all things considered at the end of the day, it really is a lot to digest. Home ownership is a huge responsibility with a lot of expenses to it. Like this place is absolutely lovely. Like I'm in the area right now. I was just driving by it on the 401. So I just had to come down and take a look at it to see how this came to fruition. It's hard to believe that these apartments are already 23 years old. Time flies. Um anyways, I have mixed feelings about it. In some ways I regret not going in and and sticking to it and getting myself an apartment down here. But in other ways, I'm glad I didn't. Number one, it's very, very car dependent, car centric infrastructure down here. Like this part of Durham region in Ontario, Newcastle, Ontario, it's very car dependent. They only have very, very limited transit service down here. And last time I checked into it, I don't know if it's changed, but last time I checked into it, they only offer transit service down here during rush hour on weekdays. And I think it's transit on demand kind of thing where you have to call or go online to specially request a bus. So if anything happens to your car, you're kind of screwed down here. Yeah, you'd have to rent a car or rely on taxis, Ubers, whatever. And right now, I happen to be renting an apartment for $618 a month in London, Ontario. And my rent is set to go up to only $631 a month. So I have an excellent deal that I'm just not letting go of. I really, really, really lucked out. Even if I was mortgage free by this point, even if I could have paid off this mortgage, it would have been probably like a mortgage ranging anywhere from 25 to 40 years. But even if I was mortgage free by this point, I don't know. I'm guessing my expenses probably would still be more than $618 a month. That $631 a month figure I gave you, that's how much my rent is going up to on New Year's Day next year. So, anyways, I'm sure that all my household expenses, maintenance fees, property taxes, and utilities would probably exceed $631 a month. Plus, I'd have the expense of car ownership as well too. I don't only I don't currently own a car, and I haven't owned a car in like 12 years. This car that I'm driving right now is a rental car. By the way, this is a 2025 Toyota Camry hybrid. I plan to do a review on this, so keep watching if you'd like to see my review of this. Keep watching my channel. I'll be uploading a review very soon of this 2025 Toyota Camry hybrid. Love it. But yeah, I don't own a car. Haven't owned one for 12 years. And I've saved myself many tens of thousands of dollars over the last 12 years by not owning a car. And I have no plans to buy a car um, anytime soon, if ever, actually. Like the only way I see myself getting a car if I win a car or if I happen to come across lots of money. That's about it. The current apartment I have, it's located on three major transit routes. And I'm quite happy where I am. I didn't understand. Please try. So, everything happens for a reason. In some ways, I do regret not buying an apartment down here, but in some ways, I'm happy I didn't buy an apartment down here either. So, everything happens for a reason. So that's that. In general, I'm quite happy with with the decisions I've made. The majority of them, anyways. So that's my story time about the first time I put a deposit on a home. Port of Newcastle in Newcastle, Ontario, Canada.